Greetings from Cuyahoga Falls. My name is Jehovah. Welcome to War of Rights. It's Saturday and we're hanging out with the UEC, this time on Harper's Ferry's maps. And I've got a special guest with me, retired Major, 8th Alabama German Legion, Mr. Shimmelfennig. Welcome to the channel.
Thanks for having me. It's a great pleasure as always.
Yeah, we just got out of an awesome battle, the first battle of the weekend, right down the hill at Schoolhouse Ridge. Now we're up the hill at the Redoubt, and spoiler alert, in the last video, the Mighty 88 able to hang on just by the very last inch of life to win that battle, and now they've got a dominating defensive position here. What do you think tactically the Confederates can do to have a chance in this battle, Schimmel?
That's gonna be actually this map as one of the few where many things can happen, and there are a lot of possibilities which could be done for the Confederates. On many maps we have the occasions that usually there are 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 key strategies which are succeeding on this map. Over there you have a lot of possibilities actually for the Confederate side. But the Union is just holding into their interior lines and holding the fort. It's pretty, let's say, technically easy, but of course not easy to win. The Confederates have larger numbers. The tickets are far higher. And usually it's either way outflanking them by the left or by the far right. For example, what I always did was pulling on my bigger numbers on the right side, moving over there, on that fence line, coming out from behind over there, and then after a furious charge over there, you reach this position over there, and behind that line you can entrench yourselves and have a great cover against the Yankees. A smaller unit in numbers would go to the left side and get from over here at this position, but it's only as a distraction. The key position for the Confederates to attack is this position over there, because once you're there, it will be a hard time for the Union to kick you out. They have less tickets than you, and you should use it. Honestly, frontal attacks are just useless on this map and result in quick deaths. So you have to go by the flanks, and you have to have the surprise on your side. Surprise is key on this map, and positioning.
All right, and so on the Union side, we do have the Mighty 88. That's going to be your Alabama German Legion with the Italian flag there, and the 8th Florida up here with the blue Union flag there.
Look right, dress right. I think the line's kind of...
So it should be interesting. You know, what I've seen the Confederates do a lot on this map is to get right up on the Redoubt, get up in there and use that defensive position to their favor as well, shooting over.
Yeah. That's exactly what you do in this map, because it's almost useless to shoot from distance. They have the greater cover, and US Confederates have almost half Springfield 42s, so it's just useless. You have to get to a defensive position over there as soon as you can, and from there you need to defend that against Union counterattacks.
And not only that, but the Union spawn position is literally inside of this fortification, so the Union have a massive advantage. We were talking before, you disagreed that the Union had massive advantages on Harper's Ferry maps, but I will point to this one as the most unbalanced map that I've ever seen in War of Rights.
Depending. In a large event, which this is, yeah, it's a pro-Union map. If they are not able to defend both sides, which actually they are over there, it's a pro-CSA map. But well, yeah. Even though I've always enjoyed it playing, it's a pretty pro-Union map. That's true. One of the few actually in Harper's Ferry, from my point of view, which is clearly pro-Union.
I will say
for Confederates to exploit.
Well, we've also got the 8th Florida on guns, and Fritsch, I see him running a gun, although they don't seem to be manning it yet. Although the clock has started. So I didn't even think about artillery in this fortification, but oh my God, how deadly is that going to be against the Confederates? Because I don't believe they have any guns.
But you need to direct the fire in time. You know, when the Confederates are moving, it's really, really hard to hit them while moving. And they will not do you the favor and stand still and fire volleys, which is mostly the time US artillerymen shine. Hitting moving targets it's really, really difficult on this map because those covers manage to protect actually Confederates from artillery fire because it's really, really hard to hit something behind that cover from the Union gunners, you know? Imagine yourself as Union gunners, you have a really limited range of motion for your cannon.
Yeah, and the Confederates on the move. They're already up on the hill. I can see them coming this way slowly, and the Union's still waiting. 8th Alabama holding the highest position on the hill. 8th Florida has moved down the hill toward the bottom, so we'll see.
Is it the 14th? Oh, it's a JB actually. I think that's a mistake. I would use the 14th for this maneuver on the right. I think the JB will not be able to build up on this thing because they have just too few.
I didn't know the Confederates could go that far south on this map. Wow.
They can.
That's interesting. They're way down in the woods down there.
Alright. Alabama's German Legion should easily be able to repel that 14th attack by the right flank. Oh no, they're coming from the center. That's...
We'll see if they continue that way. They're coming this way, though, slowly.
Moving in quick time speed. Alright, I would say if the HEL reacts in time, it's goodbye 14th Louisiana.
Well, and they are volleying from the crest of the hill.
But
Interesting.
Union cover is just too great for them.
And Jenkins Brigade continuing to move out behind the field by the house. Florida moving out into the open field.
They are.
Yeah, on the bottom of the enclosure here, down at the end of the fish hook.
Take A.
Near the house, boys.
In front of the house.
150, aim at their heads. Fire!
Nobody knows why they're not moving behind their cover.
Well, the main thing is they're just trying to get a good shot on them. But
Yeah,
now
I
Jenkins has
think
moved to the fence, and they're going to have good cover. They come straight across. Jenkins is not waiting.
Yeah, they're in column now.
I think the 8th Florida can at least pull out one more volley before the JB's attack, right?
They'll get another one right here, yep. But it's hard to hit a
and
moving
yeah,
target.
Moving target.
Recover arm, recover
Yeah,
arm.
but it's not easy to it's not difficult to hit them because they're so put on one place every time moving.
Take it.
Yeah, here they
Maybe
come
one
again.
more volley from the unit side.
So Florida shooting over the heads of JB there. And here they come. Jenkins Brigade coming and actually split in two.
Splitting up into two teams.
Yeah.
So we have now almost 4 companies against 2 companies on the game.
Well, they're getting back together now. I think just half of them didn't hear Scorpius's, or
But maybe they don't know how to enter because there you can't enter. It's almost at that position. You have to enter over there on the on the other position here.
Dunkel and the boys a
It's
little
that-
confused. Here comes Florida back up to meet them.
I'm the king. Oh shit.
Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Over there is the point. Is the point. Sorry. Over there you can cross.
Watch out.
Let's see who's first wins.
Well, Jenkins going to get there at least in mass.
Are there any 14th survivors, by the way?
14th
Yes,
still
not.
up on the hill, yep.
Okay.
So
But
general
great-
chaos.
Great position for the Union over there. But alright, they got themselves a position over there. If they manage to hold this position, they might be theirs. But now the Union should counterattack.
Yep.
And they are doing this
Here
right
comes
now.
Yep, here comes Florida. Alabama's
But it's
coming
a-
down.
They got this. Oh, Alabama's German Legion coming.
Yep.
Oh, damn.
Flooding on the outside, and JB's trying to get the hell out of here. But it's a long way back to Virginia from here.
But now Alabama's German Legion needs to pull back again because the job is done.
Well, this is pretty
And now
smart.
the outflank is exposed. And yeah, 14th are exploiting it.
Yeah,
Might be a
Dunkel.
mistake for the Alabamas to move there.
I'll tell you
because
what. I'll tell you what. Though I'll give credit where credit's due. Dunkel got half of his guys out of there, but yeah, 14th is here in mass.
Yeah, but now the HEL is back again. But yeah, I think now 8 Florida might be able to reinforce the HEL. They should now.
Do they know? Yep, here they come. 8th Florida finally got the word.
But maybe too late. There's a lot of Confederates over there. And once the Confederates have taken a position over there, it's really hard to get them out.
Who are the Zouaves?
So, but 8 Florida is...
They're gonna try. Here they come.
They pushed back the 14th.
Most of them are running for it.
Yeah, they succeeded.
Yeah, and what's left now? Dunkel did get away with quite a few Jenkins Brigade, and they've made their way back to the south wall now that the Union went up.
Usually I'm all in for, let's say, concentrate our forces, first take out the one, then take out the other. But the thing is, they've not taken out JB or all of them. And in this occasion, it would be more wiser to stay split it up and defend both sides parallel, because this position is just too important to leave, you know.
Well, and this is something I see a lot on this map. The Union do when they get pressed like this. They'll all gang up on these, on all these wagons, and the problem is that you become a very easy target. It seems like you should really get up on the wall.
Yeah. They should now concentrate their force and push out the JB. Because if the JB will not suffer major casualties over there, they have a great cover. So if the JB manage themselves to reinforce.
Well, you know, Hogg is not one to stay in one place, and so he's got his guys moving. They're trying to get over to the right flank of the Jenkins Brigade now. A large mass of Florida.
Is key now.
Yeah.
But Alabama as well needs to take care of their flank.
And JB's running for it, going back up the hill, but we got reinforcements coming in from the Confederates. A good 4 of them
And
anyway.
right in the arms of the Alabamas.
So Dunkel doing a great job keeping Jenkins Brigade alive, and they've swung all the way up to the top now.
Not many Alabamas alive.
Not a lot.
And Confederates reinforcements will arrive soon.
Roy Baker trying to do it with a
And there
pistol.
come the Yankee reinforcements. Alright, Yankee reinforcements are first, so it's theirs. Greenberg needs to make a quick counter-attack before the Confederates come. And Hogg needs to cover the flank, so they can focus on the 14th.
Well, Greenberg has done just that. Stopped his men in time. Flagman going down for the Confederates. Union pouring heavy fire. And here come the Florida as well. And Hogg coming over the wall by himself with the pistol. He's dead.
Yeah. Union is first. Confederates reinforcements are a bit too late.
And the
Now
Union's
the
done
Union
it.
needs to pull back and get themselves ready for that attack, but I'm not sure if they noticed the Confederates.
Yeah, here come the 14th. They've got to see him now. Shashibo in command.
Oh, it's really two-sided right now, not so one-sided. The Confederates managed to get some casualties into the Union line, so it's all open right now.
Well, 14th not waiting. They're coming straight over the wall. I don't think they were prepared for how many Alabama German Legion are here.
Oh, they aren't. They're never.
Oh, artillery blast.
No one can prepare themselves for the 8 Alabama Legion.
But the Union is engaged.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Union has not many tickets. The Confederates can train their casualties.
'14th still alive. Pretty incredible, considering how overmatched they were, or outnumbered they were coming up this hill. But you know, from the first-person perspective, these mounds get really confusing.
Confederates seem to pull back.
They finally are. It looks like the Union decided to come over the wall a little bit. That was Sergeant Jackson, 8th Florida.
8th Alabama. 8th Alabama.
Greenberg trying to get his men together. All the Union troops are massed up and confused, so they're going to try to stretch out. So the first couple attacks by the Confederates, not successful. Oh, and the Confederates do have guns.
Actually, I would call them successful fire right now. You know why?
Why is that?
Because the key thing is to get the Union tickets down, and they have the Union at engage at minute 30. So
That's true.
Their attack succeeded at some point.
Well, and the Confederates also do have guns here. I was not aware of that. I'm looking at them now. Corporal Bobber.
Actually, it's really tough to hit something. I've seen many grenades popping in the fortifications over there.
Yeah, and I thought at first this was friendly fire, but looks like the Confederates are getting shots.
I think Union gunners don't get that many shots as expected into the Confederates, right?
Da ist Kanister drin, ne? Ja, Kanister.
Oh, right. I've just heard that they loaded canister, so they're probably reserving their gun for canister fire. See Confederates running themselves, but not many. Too less. Oh,
Well,
there
the-
comes the big Confederate train.
Yep. They're not going so far through the woods this time.
I think they're in charge speed. That might be not the best decision because they have to cover a lot distance.
Well, in
Or are they
Florida,
double quick? Not sure about that.
and Florida going back up the hill away from Jenkins Brigade.
Oh, they're in double quick. Okay, never mind. Do they have a unit on the right flank? Oh, they have one. All right, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, so Florida now finally seeing Jenkins Brigade, I believe, coming back down the hill.
So it seems all like a double pincer movement. That's gonna be interesting.
This is pretty typical for this battle, wouldn't you say? This is kind of what we see most of
Yeah.
the time.
It is. And at Florida, I guess. Yeah, Florida will be first. And they will have the advantage if they just stay behind their fortifications this time.
Oh, almost.
Yeah, and it looks like they've come to the very edge of it
Hey,
in the open.
hey, I'm behind the bush.
And Jenkins Brigade using a bush.
Yeah,
As
they
cover.
will not succeed. Bush
Well-
is already covered.
lot of
Alright.
shots going high. It's hard to shoot downhill.
Yeah, but actually, if the 8th Florida is ready to shoot in time, it will succeed.
They're about to get a volley from the Jenkins. Oh, a good one.
That was actually alright. Now the momentum is at the JB side. It was a great volley from the conflict. Oh,
But they moved back. Yeah,
They're not using their momentum. They're pulling back. Right,
Wow.
that might be fatal. Yeah, Hort is laughing. I would call it this time for Confederate. It was like the George B. McClellan syndrome. They had. I'm
Well-
usually, as you know, a defender of McClellan, but yeah, that's typically McClellan what the Confederates has just done there. Retreating with superior forces against an numerically inferior enemy, and not using their momentum.
Well, and it's it's one of those things where you got to decide: is Dunkel just trying to conserve tickets right here? But they're back out in the field again.
But there's no need to conserve tickets. His thing is to capture the key position,
Right.
and he still can.
Another volley coming in. Florida's going down.
He's probably waiting for the 14th.
JB falling back again. They come out, they do a volley, a little peekaboo nonsense, and run right back to the trees again.
They could long have distracted the AGL, because if they have taken out the 8th Florida and established them as now, 14th could attack now without much a position.
Well, and Alabama coming down the hill slightly.
And now 8th Florida is reinforced and ready to repel any attacks. Confederates have lost their momentum.
And they're stuck out in the middle of a field.
The right.
Yeah.
Ooh, artillery coming in from the Union there. And you hear the huzzah. Both sides engaged. 24 minutes left in this match. Jenkins Brigade, very few people left.
Yeah,
No
they've really
leadership.
done the Union a favor. That was a huge mistake from the JB. You know, because now they're fixed in a position, ready for Union gunfire and rifle fire.
But
They pulled
14th not putting a lot of pressure on 8th Alabama. They're just standing up on the hill in broad daylight. Well, broad smoke.
By the way, whoever commanded the JB over there, just write in the comment section why you didn't attack there. You missed. Was there, for example, a strategy to link up with the 14th or something? Yeah, see, the 14th is right now a change in volleys, but to no great success. And okay,
Now they're moving.
stopping.
Yeah, I think Dunkel just wanted to conserve as many men as he could, and he was kind of maybe waiting for the 14th to charge in, but just never happened. You hear Greenberg getting his men back into position here.
Maybe he overestimated the enemy's numbers.
It's possible, like
McClellan.
like Major General Scheisenhausen.
Alright, Shashibo, attack. But Greenberg will not let these guys in position.
No, and the Union just have their interior lines here with this fortification are just too good.
You can mess with Greenberg over there. He's not so easily retricked. So Shashibo, unfortunately, you can ward out where you want. Greenberg will be in position before you, I feel. For you, of course. Yeah. 8 Alabama. Yeah, over there it's 8 Alabama because Hardaway's battery is on their battery. So it's fair to call them 8 Alabama. Is ready to repel. And goodbye, 14th LA.
Well, Shishibo's no rookie. He knows exactly who he's facing here. Just trying to get his men in the best position they can.
But Union has the positions. And they're pulling back.
I heard somebody say charge, so I think they're going to the open spot.
That's an interesting charge. Right, that's a pulling back and the charge at the same time.
Yeah, they're hooking around trying to take the Confederates by surprise, and it did take Greenberg a couple seconds to figure out what was going on.
But he's ready now.
But they're here.
Greenberg just got stabbed to death. And here comes the 14th.
And Florida's still down the bottom of the hill trying to defend against Jenkins Brigade.
8 Alabama got this, right?
Yeah, Alabama didn't need any help on that one. And the Confederate flag running for it, but he's dead.
8 Florida's still holding.
Yeah, 8th Alabama held off the 14th, and now we have the 8th Florida firing against Jenkins Brigade, and they're actually using cover this time.
They are.
Yeah.
It's an improvement. Congratulations, Doc. Shut out, by the way. Oh, Hawk is exposing himself as it belongs for a great commander.
As he always does.
He always does.
Jenkins Brigade once again retreating behind the barn there.
Hawk is now going for a walk around the fortifications to see if everything is alright.
Cheating all over.
Yeah, not much else to do. There aren't any Confederates here to kill.
Legion is over there, okay.
Oh, we got one brave soldier. Oh! Confederates keep trying to come up and grab this flag, and they're just getting gunned down.
Not against the Alabama General Legion, you know?
Well, I kind of figured this was how this battle was going to go.
Yeah.
And that's not saying anything negative against Jenkins Brigade or the 14th Louisiana, both great regiments, but this is almost an impregnable defense.
You know what's really curious, in the last game, JB actually were the more aggressive ones, the more seeing possibilities and exploiting them, and the 14th a bit more passive, making volleys, etc. Now in this game, we have the 14th LA going all in into the difficult directions over there, pouring in, exploiting weaknesses, and the JB doing volleys from distance. So they just changed the role.
And Florida shooting down the Jenkins Brigade. So Jenkins Brigade comes out into the field, gets shot at, changes direction, and keeps running. Hard to hit a moving target, I guess.
By the way, when we're coming to this, you know why historically there were comparably little Confederate casualties compared to Union casualties? One of the main reasons were because the Confederates have more loose lines and more chaotic lines, and were more or less able to hit it, while the Union has more stable and more compact lines, which were more easy to hit. That's one of the key reasons why the Confederates suffered less casualties, by the way.
Yeah, and to be honest, this whole thing was not much of a conflict at all. Jackson had guns up on Maryland Heights across the river from Harper's Ferry, and being the brilliant artillery commander that he was, the Union gave it up pretty quickly.
I think Jackson came out of the artillery branch usually at first, right?
He did,
wasn't an
yeah.
artillery officer before the war started.
Yeah, he taught artillery at VMI as well. So
Yeah,
here,
so
here
we're
come.
really sure that Jackson put the batteries in position.
So Jenkins Brigade, what's left of them, finally making a charge into the redoubt, but 8th Alabama is going to be here to answer that real quick. Oh my God.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, Confederates dropping.
18 minutes, not much time, and both are engaged. You need to get them into taking losses, and then into breaking, and then into last stand. So it's a lot of Yankees to kill for the Confederates if they want to achieve victory.
But Shishibo and the 14th are coming back into action now. They're running down the hill as we speak. Shishibo is an aggressive commander.
I think it's a bit poorly coordinated between the two units, so they always attack separately, one after the other, you know?
Yeah, and on different sides of the battlefield, you almost had to come in mass, but like you were saying before, that might just give your enemy more targets to hit. So 14th coming up, and 8th, the Mighty 88 massed up on the top of the hill, waiting for it.
For the Confederates, coordination is key over there. You need to attack both flanks at the same time. Then you might achieve victory. Alright, seems like Confederates are first this time. That will be interesting.
Yep.
But only a part of them. Many Confederates still behind, while the whole Union is there.
But the Confederates coming in long strings, so they're not getting here all at the same time.
And they're going for the flank.
But they are through. We do have Confederates breaking through now.
Yeah.
But I don't know that they're going to have enough to do it against the 8th Alabama.
Shoshibo is still alive with his code. Might be key.
Oh, not anymore.
Yeah. What's about the 8th Florida right now?
8th Florida in the middle, kind of running around doing some laps, but
In fact, there's
not needed quite yet.
Yeah. And JB is not ready to assist, right?
No, JB's still trying to get their stuff together.
That's really the thing. They need to attack at the same time to have all those Union brigades fixed into their position.
In order to pull the two Union brigades apart, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Of course, that's hard to coordinate.
And to have them pinned in a position and not able to move around and reinforce themselves.
Florida guys getting bored, actually coming down, trying to shoot off the last few 14th Louisiana that are trying to escape. 16 minutes to go, Union in complete command of this battle.
Oh yeah, they are, totally.
I mean, it's hard to fight against the Mighty 88, I don't care who you are, but when you give them a defensive position like this one, nearly impossible.
Yeah, and you can be sure Mighty 88 will coordinate properly, and they will know each other without telling it. So you at yourself need to coordinate really, really well to have a chance. And you see now why it's so important to coordinate properly. We have great coordination for the Union. They're always reinforcing themselves, be there at time, save their asses. Meanwhile, the Confederates are attacking one after the other, and you see taking losses. That's key, actually. It's a key advantage for the Union right now.
Yeah, because the Confederates start with a lot more tickets. So if we've got the Union now with the Confederates, go ahead.
And there's another wave attack coming for the Confederates, unsupported as well. Just another wave.
Yeah, this one coming in not so far south, but it looks like 14th.
They were just gunned down, I can tell you.
Yeah, this is Jenkins Brigade right here. Dunkel and the boys coming straight in this time. They're getting desperate. So Jenkins Brigade have got through the first little bit there, stuck behind the wall. Florida's not even shooting at them yet. I don't even know if they know they're here. Florida moving away. They got Jenkins on their back. This is crazy. Does Florida not know that they're here? Hog up on the wall.
The 14th.
Surrounded by Confederates. 14th coming this way as well.
Easy, boys. Come on, easy, easy.
So Florida
Interesting. Confederates are going for the flank. Now the HDL needs to react quickly and reinforce the 8th Florida.
Yeah, Florida finally got their act together and were able to push out.
It's one of the other. JB got themselves killed, and now they can all concentrate their force on the 14th.
Yeah, and
That's what we
Florida.
talked about. 14th
Florida.
was a bit too far behind for that.
Yep.
Or JB too far ahead. It's depending.
And Shishibo coming in first, getting shot dead. 8th Alabama getting down here to help defend the 8th Florida. You can see now both teams taking losses. 13 minutes to go.
I think there are not many Confederates left, right?
Not a lot. There's one flagman, a couple guys with him, and he's not running away. He's running into the battle.
Oh, there comes, I guess,
Corporal Savory.
Lieutenant Hoffman gunning down the rest Confederates with his pistol.
Well, Savory's trying to get away with the last Confederate flag, but he's got the whole state of Florida coming after him in Alabama.
Oh, Florida.
Yeah.
What about Alabama? Yeah, Florida.
Private Lloyd, the last one. No, he thought better of it. He's getting back in. And once again, another Confederate attack pushed away.
Right, Florida over here.
Yeah, I mean, the only way they're going to be able to make anything at all is if they both attack at once, probably on two separate sides of the fort, like you were saying before.
Blah. Sorry. What would be your bet if you have to put your money on one of these of the sides? Where would your money lie on? Confederates or Union at this point?
Oh, it's Union 100%. I honestly would never have given the Confederates a shot in this battle.
At the start, I would give them a chance, but since they seem not to be able to coordinate properly, I would give it to the Union as well right now. But if the Confederates change their tactics and are able to coordinate better, they might have a chance.
Yeah, I think it's weird that the Mighty 88 were Union on both of these maps, which are both defensive Union maps. I thought they would have swapped. So that surprises me a little bit, but I know Jenkins doesn't like to play Union, so that might just be they just gave the advantage to the Mighty 88 in both of these battles.
Karma is a bitch, you know.
Especially the instant kind. But yeah, I think this battle would have been a little bit more interesting if Jenkins Brigade and 14th were on defense. I would have liked to seen the Mighty 88 try to attack this position and see what they could have done with it.
Yeah, I agree. That will be much more interesting and better chances.
Well, again, that's nothing negative against Jenkins Brigade or the 14th Louisiana. Both fine units, but the Mighty 88, when these guys fight together, they communicate so well. It's like one knows what the other one's doing, and just gives them an advantage. Yeah.
It's out of league. And you see there, again, 14th LA is gonna arrive far ahead. Meanwhile, Jenkins Brigade lying back, I guess, taking more time.
They are moving, and they are splitting it up just like they did the first time. So Shishibo going to give it another shot, and he's not waiting on his guys. They're having to run as hard as they can just to stay up with him. But all of the Alabama just sitting here waiting for them to arrive.
Yeah.
It's going to be bloody. Shishibo already dead. First shot.
They now can focus on the 14th and then on the JB again.
Greenberg moving his interior lines over.
Ten minutes.
Florida moving this way. JB has now breached the front. They are at the fortress. A little late, but they did get here in time. Alabama still tied up with 14th.
Oh, and Confederates are breaking.
Wow. Florida's now jumped over the wall, and they're coming in behind Jenkins Brigade. This was unexpected for them. Some Jenkins guys in the back of the 8th, including Dunkel himself with the pistol, but he's dead. And Florida left to wipe up the remaining JB. Couple of them left. Couple stubborn guys here. Ooh, got a friendly fire there.
Look at all these corpses over there. It's not a battle, it's a massacre.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah, it's certainly
One
turning
Repo,
into a
kill him.
massacre.
Oh, well done.
Fired out of panic, Fritz.
And they've done it one more time. Still Confederate artillery coming in, causing a little bit of damage here.
Yeah, but it's a little bit, as you said, you know. It's not gonna... In this map, artillery is not gonna change the whole battle.
And we still got
It's
a
not
couple
game changer.
Jenkins guys, or 14th
It's not a game
guys,
changer.
down here at the bottom, but they know that their teams are gone. We got one Jenkins guy, Corporal Max, or no, that's 14th Louisiana, getting chased by the Florida. He's dead.
I think they have time for about 2 to 3 more attacks. So,
Well, and the question is, how long after breaking will the Confederates go into final push?
yeah, that's true. But I think 8 minutes are fine. They just recently get into breaking. And
They need to come in mass if they're going to do anything. We've already seen, I mean, that last attack was somewhat coordinated,
Mhm.
and they
the
still
thing
weren't
is,
able.
if they do now, come in masses, they will lose even more tickets faster, you know?
Yeah, at least put them out of their misery.
Yeah.
Because, man, as a Confederate, I don't know that I just want to keep attacking and dying over and over again.
Heart is a bit bleeding, isn't it? There comes the 14th. I think again unsupported by JB. JB far behind.
Yeah, JB's still on the top of the hill back there. But they are moving. They're coming this way. So maybe if...
If someone commanding listens, one thing I always use as a commander is arranging for special times. For example, over there at 6:30 we make contact with the enemy. And then you were able to coordinate these things. Timing is always a good thing.
They're doing it better this way. Jenkins coming straight across the field, 14th down at the bottom. They're trying to coordinate as best as they can, but we'll see. It looks like Jenkins is going to get here way before 14th will, although the Jenkins Brigade has stopped.
Against the Mighty 88, trying is not enough.
Agreed, and Jenkins has stopped at the rocks. And 14th Louisiana shooting volleys up the hill. Oh, and now Jenkins going back down toward the 14th. So maybe they are trying to coordinate.
Oh, 8 Florida's reinforcing them. And I think they're all trying from one side now. Oh, it's gonna be deadly.
It looks that way, and it looks like Jenkins is going to come in and start this thing. 14th is still not moved.
Greenberg on the top over there, overwatching everything, ready with his pistol. By the way, shout out Greenberg, nice head over there. Fancy head.
Let's see if it protects him from the volley fire. So far, so
Greenberg
good.
standing like a stone wall over there. We have it. Wood fence Greenberg. Yeah, Greenberg's just standing there in the open and surviving. Wood fence Greenberg, your name is well earned.
And now the Florida coming up, and Greenberg and the Alabama having to move over to the right because the 14th has moved that way.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So 14th, a large unit here, but Florida getting in behind the... And it's target practice for 8th Alabama.
It is, especially for Greenberg. I think he alone killed 3 or 4 guys.
Oh!
Oh, I think I've killed Savage. But there's still a lot of Yankees alive.
Yeah, and Jenkins is coming around through the same hole the 14th just used.
8 Florida is ready.
And the JB over the wall.
And there comes the 8 Florida with a deadly counterattack.
Outside of the wall come the 8th Florida around the top. You hear the rebel yell. Both sides are now breaking. If the Confederates can take this redoubt now, they can win the match.
I think 8 Florida is just too strong over there right now. They have a lot of guys left. And all the momentum for the 14th and JB is lost.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, Schimmel, I didn't expect the 14th or the Jenkins Brigade to get this far in the battle, so kudos to those guys with less than 4 minutes. But now they're in final push.
Actually, I have expected them to reach at last some positions over there. But yeah, they did well. I think one of the greatest things the others are gonna hate themselves for is not using the opportunity we talked about in the beginning of the flank on the 8 Florida, that George B. McClellan move, you know. But yeah, that's life, you know.
Well, that last push was pretty impressive. It seems to me that if they can get together like that again, they can do a good job.
Now it's a final push.
Yeah, it's only 3 minutes left, and they're not going to have a lot of men.
Have now time for one great attack.
Well, and hopefully they'll do it in mass and be able to push.
And you see, put everyone out of their misery.
Well, that's one way, yeah. Or maybe they'll get lucky. I mean, right now, listen, they've done the one important thing they had to do. They've got the Union breaking. And if they can push through and get that position, they can win the match. But only 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. It's going to be an uphill battle, no pun intended. And they're swinging around to the Union left.
But you see, Greenberg is up there already spotting them. And as soon as Greenberg will see where things going, will avenge his troops. And yeah, Confederates will be awaited by deadly volley fire by the 8th Alabama, that's for sure.
Well, in 8th Florida here in mass, Alabama still spawning in, but here they come. Large group of Alabama running into the battlefield now.
Oh, you see, what's interesting now, we see a large group of Confederates pulling for the undefended flank. They're going for an undefended flank. Both units are now on the right, where Confederates are taking from the left.
That is correct.
Oh, they already know that they should the left, alright.
They're moving down.
So and they have the interior lines, so they will be first.
And you see the men moving down the hill to get into position. The Confederates have a chance here, but they've got to do it.
They are almost in position.
Only 1:21 left in the battle. I think it's going to be too little too late.
Greenberg a bit bloody over there.
Well, they've rounded the corner. Shishibo up front one more time, and he's dead. There's Corporal Matt.
Confederates had a great opportunity.
We know Matt from the duels. He's going right after James Ryan. He killed him. And he's dead.
The shot, I guess.
Confederates making a large push into this battlefield.
But they are still the 8th Florida, you know, and the 8th Florida has a good position.
42 seconds remaining. And I just don't think there's enough.
And there's Hoffman defending his cannon. Oh, and he got killed. But they still have to defeat the 8th Florida, and the 8th Florida is ready for them.
And JB just seems to be focused on artillerymen.
Yeah.
But the blue line is bleeding away. Just not enough time for these Confederates. 14 seconds to go. And 8th Florida still in a commanding position here.
But even though if the Confederates win, the Union have still time for one counterattack. But yeah, there's no need for it.
It's
GG,
over.
everyone.
All right, and there you have it, another Union victory. Congratulations one more time to the Mighty 88. If you like that, hit the like button, consider subscribing. Schimmel also has a channel. Go check it out. He does great in-depth interviews with War of Rights competitors as well. He's been doing some Grand Tactician Civil War also. Thanks for joining us today, Schimmel.
Of course, as always, it's a pleasure. And thanks for everybody attending today. It was a great joy to comment and watch. And yeah, thank you for all the promotion.
All right, guys. Well, until next time, my name's Jehovah, and I will catch you later. Goodbye.